education and for looking at cute dogs on rooftops eating grass here in China. My name's Lauren. This is my rooftop here in China, and this is where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea. What do we got in the Guy One today? It's Moonlight White, the white tea from Yunnan, and a big old piece of Chen Pi. Now, this is not the best Chen Pi. The best Chen Pi, you really want 10-year-old or older Chen Pi. This Chen Pi is just a couple years old. So this isn't something I would ever sell. I'm only going to sell the 10-year-old Chen Pi. But this is just something for my personal consumption. And look at these beautiful, let's just put the Chen Pi over here for a minute. Look at these beautiful Moonlight White buds. Look at that furry, super furry. What do you, look, there's like a bud sticking out of the side of it. Moonlight White. I've been really enjoying this tea. It has these super furry, just these super furry buds. It's really cool. And yeah, it's just a really nice picking standard of a bunch of buds. And look at the back of these leaves, just totally black. It's so fascinating. So it's like a Camellia sinensis, sorry, Camellia assamica, which gives it this totally different characteristics than your run-of-the-mill small leaf variety. But just super furry, super dense with those trichomes. And even after multiple rinses and infusions, there will be large portions that are just dry. Because there's an amazing like waterproofing quality to these dense trichomes. Anyways, let's just plop the Chen Pi right on top there, get into a rinse, and kind of soften everything up. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Hey, Emmanuel, Tenjiro Kamado, Conscious Asian Soup. Wow, cool to see so many people stopping by. I'm trying to finagle that Chen Pi into the rinse. Yeah, before you rinse it, like that Chen Pi is sturdy. So hopefully now it'll start softening up a little bit. Already that citrus hits the nostrils, let me tell you. Whoops. I'm just going to do one of that. Tenjiro Kamado, this is a white tea from Yunnan. It's called White. And it has these really nice, it's essentially like a Camellia assamica by Mudan, really. And very cool tea. Kind of really light. Much lighter than your Fuding white teas. Just super delicate. It's hard to oversteep it or get any sort of unpleasantness out of it. And then I got that Chen Pi. Big old piece of Chen Pi in there. See if that does something. Let's just see what that does. Check out this slab of wood I got here. I think it's a really nice, it has like this drain hole in it. Like this is a really nice, and it's slightly angled. And it almost has like these cracks, just like wick water away. But yeah, it's the first infusion of this Moonlight White. And you can see I've rinsed it, but you know, there are large portions of this that are still totally dry. And you can see the dark spots where water is saturated. These darn helicopter tours. Bow now. Bow now. Yeah, it's like, this is like the new thing. There's like these cherry blossom trees. And I guess if you got some cash and you just want to have a helicopter tour. Right off the bat, getting some nice citrus notes. Not overpowering though. You know, this Chen Pi is kind of slow to give up its essence. But like, look at this. Look at this bud. It's like part of it is darker and water saturated, but part of it is still very light. And it's just like this waterproofing nature to these dense trichomes on the Camellia assamica. So the dark parts have been water inundated. But yeah, man, that was amazing. It popped up to 30 viewers for a minute there. Amazing. So yeah, this is my rooftop here in China, where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea with a couple dogs. And that's what I do. I drink a lot of tea, constantly trying to find the best tea. Conscious Asian Soup said, love it. The dual color of the buds is wild. Yeah, man, totally. You get these super black leaf backs, and then these really nice cream colored trichomes. But yeah, it's my roof here in China. See that Chinese flag waving proudly? This is definitely China. You can't fake that. Look at this Chinese architecture. Super China. And look at this dog. And look at this dog. Speaks Chinese. Masala gola, 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 gola. I need to be a boy. But, I mean, even that dog speaks Chinese. There's a lot of China going on this rooftop right now. Anyways, let's drink this tea. Emmanuel, nice to have you here, man. Thanks for stopping by. Tandro Kamado said, heard to not expect any earthy or heavy taste from white teas. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, those Fu Ding teas can get pretty... When you use a lot of leaf, you can get a pretty, like, potent vanilla. And, like, an aged Chomei can have some pretty strong flavors, too. You know, with a super dark, like, amber tea infusion. So, yeah, I mean, in general, you know, people are getting lighter flavors out of white teas, but, you know, if you use some pretty hot water on some Chomei, like, you're going to get a potent... Kicks like a mule. What's that? He keeps thinking he wants to eat the cat. Yeah, there's a black cat. This is Hudza. Right in here. Hudza. Gosh, this cat's so comfortable. But anyways, so I'm just drinking this white tea. I posted 2 short YouTube videos today. I'm back to posting 2 a day. And I'm not going to let this slip away. So that's kind of always been my goal. You know, it's funny, when I first started posting, I was always 2 a day. And then somewhere along the line, we lost track of what we started doing this thing for. And the glitz and the glamour, and the Ferraris and the women of the tea business just got distracted along the way. With the mansions and the Gucci slippers. It just got distracted and taken away from my roots. So I'm rededicating myself to 2 short videos every day. The Aston Martins and the private jets and the diving off the coast of Mauritius just got me away from my basic daily disciplines of 2 short videos a day. But really back to it now. Hoping everyone's doing well out there. I love when Emmanuel posts this like laughing emoji. It's I'm just testing these jokes, and then I feel very validated when I see that emoji. I mean, it's easy, you know. So, you know, you sell a couple kilos and you start getting distracted. And then your lifestyle just explodes. Multiple dogs. It's just gets crazy. Helicopter tours and yacht parties, and it's just a huge distraction. And then you realize that all those things are taking away from those daily disciplines that got you to where you are. And then if you keep doing all those things, you end up losing what got you there in the first place. So you lose the fun and you lose the disciplines. So you gotta voluntarily choose not to do the distractions, or you end up losing them anyways because you have to. Conscious Asian Soup asked, do you see many Asian dudes smoking cigs with their tea? Heard it's popular in Chaozhou. Yes, it's very popular. It is very popular. Cigarette smoking, although less popular it seems in modern times, is still quite popular in China. And boy, nothing quite hits the spot like a nice cigarette and a cup of tea. But I don't smoke anymore. I've a couple years now quit smoking. Man, I did it all. I was vaping nicotine for years, mixing my own liquid like a psychopath, and then I was doing the gum, and then I was smoking 2 packs a day for years. So I'm just really glad to be nicotine free. But yeah, to answer your question, cigarette smoking is still quite popular here in China. And yeah, sitting around drinking tea, smoking cigarettes, it's a good time if you're a smoker. Funny. But yeah, it's my rooftop here in China. And that's a Chinese flag, and that's some Chinese architecture. And let's see the mountain. Let's do a mountain check, and then we'll do a garden check. I know some people get anxious about the state of the garden. Alright, so the mountain's looking a little bit cloudy today. Not the bristling, clean air quality that I like, but still not too bad. Let's do a nice garden check. Alright, bonsai's doing good. The Douglas fir is getting more and more crispy by the day. Probably just time to set it on fire. White rose really starting to blossom here. Got the sugar cane doing well in the corner there. This one starts with a C. Someone told me the name the other day. I've totally forgotten it. But look at all these tendrils that this tree here. I don't even really know what type of tree it is. But it's just shooting all these fresh tendrils to the sky. Amazing. Super healthy, thriving. The lemon tree looking good. Wow. So these cream roses, slight peach color, really nice. This is like a nice color for like a watch dial, if you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, this rose plant looking good. The grapes, how are the grapes doing? So when I first came up here today, it was looking a little bit wilty. So I hit it with some extra water because it's been hot. And it seems to be doing great. Seems to be doing great. All this fresh new growth here. And look at these grapes, just incredible. So yeah, the grape plant is doing well. Thanks for asking, Shannon. And these flowers totally opened up. Stunning. Love to see the variation in color here. But yeah, just let me rinse my hand because I'm neurotic like that. But yeah, everything's looking really good up here. Really good. Palm tree blowing in the breeze. Yeah, everything's really nice. Nice windy day. I don't have the sock on my microphone. Maybe getting some wind noise. But yeah, just enjoying this tea. This is the first time I've ever done the Chen Pi with the Moonlight White. And it's nice. It is nice, let me tell you. I'm just going to hit it again here. So this is like the second infusion. So a rinse and 2 infusions. But like that right there, it's like dry. The trichomes are all dry. That's amazing. I never knew the trichomes were so waterproofing. Look at this, all these dry trichomes here. They really form such an amazing mechanical layer. So the trichomes on tea plants are not like the trichomes on cannabis. You know, the cannabis trichomes, they're called glandular trichomes, and they produce THC. But the trichomes on the tea plant are really just a mechanical, physical barrier against insects, and some literature suggests it provides kind of like a microclimate around the surface of the leaf, protecting it from wild swings in temperature and that kind of thing. Also can protect it from the sun. There's all sorts of interesting things about the trichomes. But yeah, it's not glandular. It doesn't produce anything. Although its chemical constituents are yeah, they're not really that noteworthy. I mean, the L-theanine and the catechins and the polyphenols and the caffeine, that's all in the leaves themselves. Specifically, younger leaves and buds will be higher in both caffeine and L-theanine in general. Man, I always get, I always don't really understand it when I see so many people talking about how like, oh, black tea has more caffeine than green tea, and that's just not true. That's just not true. It could be that like in general, most of the black tea people are talking about when they talk about that are talking about like maybe an Indian produced black tea, like a red tea. So maybe those Indian teas tend to be higher. I don't know, but in general, I mean, let's think about it like from first principles, okay? I'm not Elon Musk, but we'll take it from first principles. The purpose of caffeine is to prevent pests, and it's those small leaves and buds that are most susceptible to pest chomping. So naturally, it follows that the concentration of caffeine, the natural pesticide, would be the highest in these most vulnerable parts of the plant. Anyways, that's enough nerd talk for today. Conscious Asian Soup said, do you like any particular regions for show from Yunnan? Boy, that's a nice question. I really, honestly, I don't drink a lot of show from Yunnan. It's a little bit of a blind spot for me. So I've had some Jingmai show, and I like that. And then I think I've had some Bulong show, and I actually have a Menghai. It's like Menghai County show. But yeah, I'm just not really experienced enough to have any particular favorites. I haven't really expanded my deep education into Yunnan teas quite yet. I've got a handful of cakes kicking around the house, and I drink them from time to time. But I just haven't really developed that area in my palate or my mind yet. So I'll let you know when I do. And perhaps later this year, I will spend some time out there and continue my education. Thanks for the question, man. All right, infusion number 3. Whoops. Let me clear this Gong Dao Bei. Getting a little sloppy here. Here, number 3. Infusion number 3. Bam. I like this piece of wood. This is a nice little slab. I think this was actually made to be like a cutting board. There's a lot of cutting boards like this in China. And then it had this crack portion and just wasn't used for that. That hollow portion. But yeah, doing well out here. Garden's looking good. This tea's delicious. Man, the citrus is really coming out now. So this is the 3rd infusion. Biluochen. Yeah, I'm not going to that region, Suzhou. Yeah, I'm not going to Suzhou. I don't have a plan to go there anytime soon. In like a week or two. I'm definitely going to Enshi, and then I'm going to Xinyang, and then I'm going to Zhenghe, and then I'm going to Xinyang, and going to a couple, and then I'm going to Wuishan to see my boy. So yeah, but no plans for Biluochen right now. My green tea sampler is not going to have that. My green tea sampler is going to have Longjing and Ganlu from Mongding, Sichuan province, and then the Enshi Yulu and the Shenyang Maojian. Yeah, nobody has a Maojian. I never see people talking about Maojian, and I guess it's just not as famous. Man, I love Maojian. I think Maojian's a really cool green tea, so I'm gonna be really happy to have that one. And then Enshi, the steamed Chinese green tea. And then I still have not been to Zhenghe, the other white tea region, so I'm gonna go there. But yeah, I mean, Biluochen will definitely be on my list. Maybe later this year I'd like to hit it. Roy Stanzel, thanks for stopping by. This is a white tea. Specifically, it's called Moonlight White from Yunnan. And it's basically a Bai Mudan from Yunnan. And then this is the Mandarin orange peel from Xinhui in Guangdong province. They actually produce this just about an hour away on a high-speed train from where I live right here. So I should go check that out. But yeah, this isn't 10-year-old or more. It's just about 2 years old. So not exactly the best stuff for this Chen Pi. You know, Chen Pi, you want your Chen Pi to be 10 years old or greater for that most Chinese traditional medicine, folk medicine effect. Maojian? Maojian is M-A-O-J-I-A-N. Maojian. And it means furry tips. Like that Anhua County tea, Tianjin. Tianjin means heavenly tips or sky tips. So this is Maojian. This is not Maojian, but the green tea from Shenyang is called Maojian, and that's furry tips. Mao. Mao means fur. Like sometimes people will touch my arm here in China and say Mao Ren, Mao Mao Ren, just a hairy person. And you know, Asians aren't very hairy, so this kind of fur really shocks the senses, really. But yeah, Mao means fur or fuzz. Yeah. All right. Let's get into infusion number 4, man. This is an easy drink. It really just goes right down the gullet. Tea Guanyin or Darjeeling? No plan to do Darjeeling anytime soon. Tea Guanyin, yeah, I'd love to get that this year. Yeah. Yeah, I just have all these dreams to expand the tea offerings and expand my education about these teas and then my connections with farmers. But just a little bit paralyzed right now. But later this year, I should be hitting up, Tiguan, you know, from Anxi over there in Fujian. It's pretty close. And actually, I'm going to Wuishan in the next couple weeks with my little gnarly trip. I'm just planning this epic, like, big loop. But I am cutting out Hangzhou and the Biluochen, Suzhou region. Just because, you know, I've spent a lot of time in Hangzhou before, just last year. And, yeah. But yeah, Tea Guanyin, a classic, right? Whoops. Forgot about this infusion. But you know what? It's going to be delicious anyways. And really nice color now. Yeah, I like to cook it sometimes. You know, see what it does to the infusion. Really deep color. Amazing to get that kind of color. And I bet it's going to be nice and citrusy with that tangerine peel really softening up. Or not tangerine. I always call it tangerine. It's not tangerine. It's a different subspecies of the orange. This is a mandarin orange peel. And specifically to be called a real Chen Pi, it should be a Xinhui mandarin orange peel. Xinhui is like a city or like a county region. Really pleasant. Man, this is a really nice early in the day You know, if you smack yourself with some really like potent teas early in the day, sometimes on an empty stomach you can feel a little bit ill. But the way this is feeling is just really pleasant. It's delicious. Man, Moonlight White with the Chen Pi is a really nice combination. Yeah, you get like this, kind of this light sweetness. Kind of a light sweet, and then the aftertaste is just citrus. Really cool. Yeah, I would like to sell Chen Pi. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to go over to Xinhui and get some connections over there too. I just have kind of some personal stashes of Chen Pi at this point, not of commercial quantity. It's for personal use. Mephistos Tarot. Hey T family. Hey yourself. Thanks for stopping by. This is my rooftop here in China, where I spy helicopters. They're coming for me. They're circling. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's nice to see a new face. YMZ Photos. Oh, is that some orange peel? It sure is. This is the Xinhui Mandarin orange peel. Really nice. It's not very old. This is just a couple years aged. Generally, if you really want the good stuff, you want 10-year aged Chen Pi. So this is not that. But this is just a couple years aged. It's a really nice texture to it. Sean Barrella in the house. Roy Stanzel. Yeah, thanks for that question, YMZ Photos. Yeah, it's Chen Pi, the aged Xinhui Mandarin orange peel. And then Roy Stanzel said, if you could make a processing of white and Chen Pi, that'd be fantastic tea for the vault. A pressing. Yeah, you're right, dude. That's like my dream, to have my own pressed. Yeah, I would love like a Bai Mudan, or even this. It would be so cool. I never see a Moonlight White pressed. They probably do. I'm quite inexperienced with this Moonlight White tea. But, yeah, that'd be badass. Just pressed together into delicious. I guess you'd cut this into like strips. The Chen Pi. Look at this thing. Look at it. Let's go out into the sun. Yeah, pressed white tea and Chen. I don't think anybody really does that. Moonlight White. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks, Roy Stanzel. I guess you're my new product development C-suite man. Thank you. Hey Lauren, this is Caitlin. I am wife of Cody Scott Rose, sending you good vibes. We are grateful for you. Wow. Mephistos Tarot, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Cody is the man. And I really appreciate Cody. And I really appreciate you. Thank you, Caitlin. That's really nice of you to say. I'm feeling the good vibes. I am feeling those good vibes today. What's up? Just trying to eat that cat. Don't eat that cat. Thank you. That's really nice. It's amazing that you can have such a feeling of community form around our shared love of tea. But Roy Stanzel, good idea. Sean Barrella, thank you for stopping by, man. And Mephistos, Caitlin, really nice to hear that. Thank you so much. YMZ Photos said, I'm assuming the younger adds more citrus flavor. It does. Yeah, this definitely has a more pronounced citrus than like the 12-year-old Chen Pi that I showed on the channel one time. Or twice. Maybe once or twice. But look at that fat bud in there. that is a distinctively Camellia sinensis assamica bud. Just the size of that thing. But, yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, the younger Chen Pi does have a much more pronounced citrus flavor. Yeah, I'll have that yearly release. My 2026 Moonlight White with Chen Pi. I'll call it the Stanzel. The Stanzel cake. Sean Barrella said, I've got an aged white tea with tangerine peel. I'm yet to try. Cool. Is it, maybe it's probably like a Fujian white tea from Fuding or Zhenghe. That's cool. Bow now. Bow now. Caitlin said, I'm going to be helping Cody getting that tea review done for you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, it's the tea club review is really important for me. I'm trying to sell more tea clubs on April 14th. And I can just offer 10 of them. So I'm hoping to get a few reviews on the tea club before then. Thank you, Caitlin, babe, but no pressure. You know, enjoy your tea. I'm so glad you guys like my tea. Yeah, Roy Stanzel. I'll call it the Stanzel cake, and it'll just be Moonlight White pressed with 20-year-old Chen Pi. I wonder how old of Chen Pi I can find. I need to go to Xinhui and just live there for a week and rub shoulders with producers. Thanks, Caitlin. You guys are cool. You guys are really cool. The opposite of this dog, which is so hot cooking in the sun right now. Look at this thing. She loves the sun. Caitlin said, I love your tea. It really changed my life, honestly, and I had no idea it would. Wow. Gosh, this is just making this like the best day ever for me. That's so nice. That is so nice of you to say. Thank you. YMZ Photo said, I know I'll be getting a box April 14th. Woo! So YMZ Photos, you are not part of my tea club, right? So this will be your first time. Cool. Yeah, the first tea club, you get a massive tea picking basket. And I mean, you wear that tea picking basket to the farmer's market, and you know, you are gonna be the talk of the town, let me tell you. Me too. That's funny. Thank you. Sending love to all your animals. Thanks, Caitlin. Marcella, there's a lot of love out there. Thank you. Cool, YMZ Photos. I'm really happy to have you join the tea club. I'm gonna make it a good one. Roy Stansel said, heck, it could be fresh Chen Pi, and the romance of the cake could be that it ages with you. That's an interesting point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, usually people do just press the fresh ingredients and then age the cake. So maybe that would be the way to do it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. And the white tea and Chen Pi will age together like that. Thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, this garden is ship shape. Yeah, springtime in the garden's nice. Got all sorts of cool flowers going. Yeah, drinking tea in a garden. It's like living the dream. I've never had such a cool garden before, so I'm feeling really lucky. But thank you. I'll tell her. Yeah, a little rooftop oasis. This is not exactly like privacy. We have this massive government building right here. But, you know, there's not too many people. It feels fairly private. And it's nice. Yeah, it's just nice to be up. This is like the 5th floor. So up off the road. Although it's a quiet little road too. Maybe I'll show you guys. So, this is a little cute little street I live on. It's just kind of a quiet little. There's a little courtyard downstairs. That kind of belongs to the 1st floor. But I made sure the contract had this roof being exclusively mine. And I just feel so lucky. It is really peaceful. Thank you. Yeah, the helicopter's buzzing me every 10 minutes. I think that's going away soon. There's like maybe a month where those trees are in full bloom, and then they'll be gone until next year. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a really narrow street. So yeah, if one of these cars wants to get out, they often. So in China, yeah, like you can't get 2 cars past there. So if one of these cars wants to get out, everybody in China, they leave their phone number on the dash. There's even these special things that people buy. They just show a phone number on the dash. You maybe even could like see it. Like that little plaque on the driver's side. That little brown yellow thing on the driver's side there on the dash. That's just a plaque that has a phone number. And so you just start calling people, say, hey, move your car when I need to get out. Or often people just start honking. But yeah, people are always aware that they need to probably move their car in some case. And it's just kind of like a unwritten code that you are prepared to move your vehicle. Yeah, it is quite communal like that. But yeah, the birds are chirping. Let's see if we can see some birds. Yeah, I hear them chirping. I don't see them. I don't know where the birds are. But wow, 13 people watching. This is like a pretty steady record. You know, it's usually just me and the manual telling jokes. But yeah, thanks for watching my rooftop tea session here in China. Caitlin, really nice of you to stop by. I really appreciate it. Roy Stanzel, thank you for stopping by. So how's the tea tasting? I hear them tea taste smacks. It's delicious. This is so good. Yeah, this is really good. I've never had the Moonlight White with the Chen Pi, but this is a winner for sure. Man, it's like a perfectly balanced. The citrus is a little bit harsh actually. So it's just because it's younger Chen Pi. Whoop. But I bet if I threw my like 12-year-old Chen Pi in there, it would be even more bomb. But yeah, this is really nice, surprisingly nice. But the citrus is a little bit strong perhaps, and that's just because like you said, it's just kind of a newer Chen Pi. Really good. This is totally a winner. Yeah, one time I got like 400 views. Ain't much, but it ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah, I have 9 people watching right now. It ain't much, but it's honest work. That's funny. Yep. It just laying one brick at a time. Start that empire. Just the daily. This is the grind. This is not a bad grind to have. Thank you. I actually got this in my wife's hometown in Hubei province. I just love this bulbous shape. It has such a nice shape to it, doesn't it? It's just like this rounded, bulbous nature. It has this cool little like cover there too, a little dust cap. This is like a high quality. It's got this tactical dust cap. It's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I think this was like $2 too. Just some stamped steel, and totally effective. Really works well. It ain't much, but it's honest work. That's right. Yeah, I love the Chen Pi. Love the white tea. Yeah, this is really nice combination. I'm chewing on one of the buds right now. It's delicious. These buds are actually really nice. You know, sometimes you chew a bud and it's like overpoweringly bitter. Not the case with this Moonlight White. I really like this piece of wood too. This is cool. Has a really nice feeling to it. This is Huang Huang. This is his mother. Huang Huang's an old dog now. She's probably about 12 or 13 years old. But I think it's cool that they get to stay together. It's very rare that a dog would be with their puppy, you know, like their whole life. But they live together and they play fight all the time. They have a really good relationship. And yeah, that's really cool to see them together after so many years. Yeah. Yeah. But when it's feeding time, he will snap at her a little bit. He's the dominant one though. So yeah. Yeah, I'll have some 100-gram Stanzel cakes. Roy Stanzel said, "I'm a little jealous of your charcoal burner." Yeah, it's a Chaozhou stove. It's pretty legit. It's like some ash. I haven't cleaned this thing out in a while. It's starting to become... once this seals up, the airflow kind of stops. So I'll dump some ash out of it soon. But yeah, it's really cool. I love it. Yeah, I'd like to offer this on the website. I could pack them well and ship them by sea. And it would be not too prohibitively expensive. It's just something to do in the future. I have so many plans with the tea company, but I just have to just keep kind of little baby steps with it. You know, we didn't get any VC funding, so just kind of baby step in the tea company. But yeah, I'd like to offer that kind of stuff. I don't really know. This is I don't know. I didn't pay for that. I don't even know where it came from. I don't even know why it's on my roof. My wife had it at her old yoga studio. So yeah, I didn't buy this. I think maybe a yoga student gave it to her, probably. But yeah, thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, it is cute. It is cute to have these two dogs together. Oh, Hong Hong's just passed out. Just petting her for that short time just took it out of her. And now it's just sleepy time. Huh? She's so comfortable over there. Okay, I'll just leave you be. And Sala just wants to eat a cat. What are you doing? Conscious Asian Soup said, do many people in Shenzhen brew gongfu style tea? Yeah. Yeah, they do. Although these gosh darn children are always drinking coffee. You know, Starbucks and the Chinese equivalent Luckin Coffee. Luckin Coffee, if you'll remember, it stole like $100 million from investors when they were falsifying their sales data. This happened like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. But they're back in business. They're still in business, doing well. They just drained some money out of Wall Street back then. But they're still a company doing well. And so coffee is quite prevalent. You know, in China, it tends to be older people who are really into the tea. Most of the tea farmers are older. And, you know, their kids go to college and then usually don't really want to do tea stuff anymore. Tea's not as exciting. You know, young people in the city, they like coffee, it seems. In fact, my brother-in-law has a coffee shop. I might do a live stream over there one of these days. Just walk into his coffee shop and start brewing tea. That'd be kind of funny. I just tell him to get me some hot water and just have a little tea session at his coffee shop. That'd be kind of interesting. But yeah, coffee's pretty popular with young people here in China. And it might be even, yeah, maybe more so than tea even. Tea's, you know, what your mom drinks here in China. It's not as cool. Ash dump live stream. Yeah, I'll just I want to get like something around my neck that holds the phone, and then I can use two hands for stuff. Man, that would just change my life. I'm gonna get something like that. Sean Barella said, I ordered a cast iron one just because of your videos. It's so much smaller. Wow, cast iron. Yeah, I've seen those. You know, this is kind of like a little charcoal stove too. This one's kind of interesting. And yeah, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Okay, look at this. This is a charcoal stove. Have you guys seen this? It's like a bucket. It's like a modified bucket. And you put these charcoal cakes in there. And these things produce so much heat. Whoops. Kind of dusty. In rural China, this will be used to cook your meals. It'll be used to like heat your house. These things produce so much heat when these cakes get totally red. So maybe I'll bust out this stove one of these days. It's totally different than anything you've probably seen. But yeah, it's like a bucket. You see that? Just like this little portable stove. It's really interesting. But yeah, in rural China, they still use this for cooking and even for heating in the winter. It produces so much heat. But that's cool that you got a cast iron one. Yeah, the Chaozhou stove. So simple and effective. Elegant. I just love the way it looks too. I like the way it elevates your water. It's just a really cool thing. So yeah, I'd totally like to offer that on the website. Perhaps later this year. Really nice. This is like one of my favorite combinations. This is really nice. Moonlight white. Some ash just flew in here. Moonlight white with Chen Pi. Such a winning combination. Thanks, Shannon. Thank you very much, Shannon. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get off here. Got to work on my next long video. Long video number 2. Coming soon. And I just want to thank everyone for stopping by to my rooftop here in China. And wow, 12 people still watching. It's not much, but it's honest work. I like that. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yay, more long vids. Yeah, man, I'm trying. I'm trying to really make it happen. And yeah, maybe you'll see one posted on Wednesday. That's my plan, my hope, my dream. And thank you. Aw, Caitlin says she's proud of me. Aw, thanks, Caitlin. And yeah, YMZ Photos, thanks for stopping by. Shannon, really appreciate it. Thank you. Conscious Asian Soup, awesome. Tendro Kamado, like the stream. Roy Stanzel, awesome. Wow, so many cool, nice, friendly people today. And it's probably time for you guys to go to bed out there in the Western world. So I'll let you go. Thanks so much, and I will leave you with this textured Chen Pi. Look at the texture of this thing. So amazing texture. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.